What is up everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another episode of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. My name is Miles Rowe and in today's video we'll be looking at the best strategy that I have used to complete the Elder New Dark Aether. Now it goes without saying that the new Elder Dark Aether isn't necessarily harder than the other ones, it's just spawning more HVTs, so you guys just have to be a bit more conscious when playing the game. You have to move a bit more often and you just have to get those right weapons in order to navigate the area better. So with that being said, let's just dive in, have a look at what we're going to prepare ourselves with and then jump into the Dark Aether. So as a preparatory inventory check, we have the Scorcher, which we're going to use for the first part of the mission. We have the primary weapon, which is the PDSW in my case. I have 3 sentry guns, which we're going to use for the escort mission. A VR11 with a PAP-3 crystal, 4 self-revives, 2 Casimirs, and 2 monkey bombs. Of course, I've also used Sergeant, which is the latest schematic. I've noticed it's a really good decoy to use, but little that I knew that if you use the Sergeant as well as the dog in the same time, it will cancel one of them when the new one is being used. So for example, what I tried to do is to get both the dog and the Sergeant together, and unfortunately cancel the dog, so we only ended up staying with the Sergeant. So with that being said, let's crack on and do the missions. So on the left hand side we have the bounty mission. In the middle we have the Outlast contract, and on the far right we have the escort mission. Now I think the best one to start with, in my opinion, is the Outlast mission. This is the furthest. You can use a Scorcher to get to it quicker, and with a good decoy such as the dog or the Sergeant, this mission should be fairly easy to do. Right, so with the Sergeant being very useful and taking away some of the heat, we started the mission. And what I'll suggest with this one, it's all constantly moving. Even if you're moving into circles, just be conscious of these crystals that have grown on the map, simply because you can get stuck into them and put you in a really tough situation. But also guys, if you do have any of these extra items such as the Aether blade, armor plates and the mags of folding, I would suggest bringing them home, as they will save you loads of time not having to reload or replenish your armor plates. So the field upgrade that I've chosen to play with and I found the most useful is the energy mine. This definitely helps, and it's one of those field upgrades that is recharging quite quickly, but it does make the damage that you're after. I like to also think it's similar to a Casimir grenade, which, you know, at the end of the day, it's it's going to take away some of the heat that you might experience. Okay, we are nearly there. Managed to escape that. Perfect. There we have it. Cool, so this was our first one, guys. Let's move on and carry on with the second one. For the second mission, we'll head over to the bounty mission. This usually spawns Mega Abomination, and for that particular reason, we're gonna have to start using the VR11. Now, the VR11, again, I think they've brought it back to life. It has made its purpose into the game, and it does make this particular challenge a lot easier. So, you know, if before I was wondering you know, what's left for the VR11 to do. Now, this is definitely the assignment that we were all waiting for. It also feels, and I'm not sure if it's just me or if you guys have experienced this as well, but it also feels like they've buffed a bit the speed that you run with the VR11. It definitely feels a lot quicker onto a dark Aether, but again, I'm not sure if it's just me or if it's a genuine, you know, effect that the map is presenting. Okay, no longer left now. I think we should have a few more shots left and we should be done. And there we have it. Okay, and for our last mission, we have the escort mission, which you know, it does take a bit of time. You have to be a bit more cautious and careful with how you kind of keep the lifespan of the ACV going. But to get there, guys, I can't stress enough and remind you all, we've got some water on the map, so that makes a huge difference. It takes away some heat and pressure from the zombies, so just make sure you use this stretch of water because it will take away of the cooling time. Perfect, so let's just head over there. We seem to be okay with time, so I'm not too worried about that. But we just need to make sure that now we are keeping the health of the ACV quite high. Just finding that spot, where should we put it? There we go, and then space for one more. Fantastic. Yeah, so again, guys, I mean, the fact that we have these glowing HVTs now that allow us to use different power-ups, it's amazing. So make sure you're always prioritizing those when you see them. The yellow ones explode and the green ones will give you a random perk. And being able to get the nuke whenever you see the green one, it's fantastic. So make sure you prioritize those when you see them. Okay, so we are almost halfway there. This is usually where I think the most zombies will come, so the peak of the map. And there we go. Okay, so one more left, and then we've got the bridge area, and this should complete the contract. So as you guys can see, it's not too bad, it's not necessarily that difficult to maintain. You just have to constantly move and make sure you're prioritizing the glowing zombies, as well as sometimes throwing Casimir or a monkey bomb, as this will take things away from the ACV. And with the VR11 it's just going to help you keeping the health as high as possible during the contract. Perfect. Okay, this is our last revive. Well, yeah, seems that you can fill the contract at 74% health of the ACV, so there we have it, guys. I'll take that, and I'll take this simply because I think would have been successful to complete everything. But it goes without saying that this is the strategy that I have used and I have found useful. So if you guys do think that this will help you as well, would like to know your thoughts, would like to know if you have any strategies yourself. And as always, guys, thanks so much for your support, thanks so much for your help in growing the channel, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video soon.